What is up? Welcome back to another solo episode of the Try and Stop Me podcast. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Colleen Blum. You can call me Col. Every single Monday, we drop a brand new episode. Some Mondays, it's with some incredible souls that come on the show and they talk about the valuable life lessons that they've learned along the way, whether in business or just in life in general. And then on the off Mondays, it's just you and I hanging out, just like today, talking about who knows what. But today we are talking about part two from last solo episode of how to get your power back. Now, this is something that I'd said before is really important to me. And we're going to get comfortable for this show because I think it's something that, why not let our hair down? Funny to say, even though my hair's up, but why not let our hair down and get real and real to the point? Because it's about time that we stop playing small. It's about time that we truly take our power back in life, in business, in whatever we're going after. Because if we don't do it now, when the hell are we going to do it? When are we ever going to get this very day back, this very moment back, this very time in our lives back? Never. And I think it's so important now more than ever. Now is the time, just because it's today. And why not start today to start to realize where you lost your power, where you lost your mojo, kind of where you lost it. Cause I know back in the day, like high school days, you were probably the shit, or you had these grandiose plans if you didn't feel like you were the shit, that you really were going to get out and make it and prove everybody wrong. And now, if you're anything like me, you're at a point in life and you're like, okay, it's time to actually start to put action towards those grandiose plans that I had back in the day. So why not now? Why not get that powerful person, that powerful dreamer that you used to be? Why not get them back now? Now is the time. So let's do it. So, last episode, I was talking about really calling yourself out on things. And I think it's so important because self evaluation, like I've talked about a million times on this show and probably will continue to talk about, is crucial in understanding who you are as a person. Getting your power back is asking yourself, who am I? What a weird question to ask. Like, think about this. Like, if you were out on a date or in an interview or just like in an interview like this, and I said, who are you? Tell us who you are. I don't want to hear what you do for a living. I don't want to hear, your family. These are all great things about you, but who are you? And I have to be completely honest, I heard that this week and I was like, I wouldn't even be able to answer that question myself. That's something that I'm going to work on. But really, if we're sitting down and saying, like, to the heart of our goals and to the heart of self love and getting back on track and getting our power back, the real thing that we need to not only just call ourselves out, like we talked about last time, is figuring out to the heart, who are we? Like, are we like, am I a compassionate person? Am I a loving person? Am I somebody who gives too much to people? But even then, that's like characteristics, right? But even to that point, like, is that even the real answer? We don't know. I think what the answer for all of us is going to be totally different. But to ask yourself that, to take out a journal or to just start thinking about, like, if I were ever asked that question at the end of my life, what would my answer be? That is what I'm going to start working on because it's something truly powerful. It's like no external forces, like, no, I'm the vice president of an insurance company, no, like, I'm the host of a podcast show, no, like, those are great things that I do. But who am I as an actual person has to be the hardest question to answer. So I really want you to start thinking about that, because getting our power back and like getting back into the swing of it and like feeling ourselves again, or whatever the case you're going through, a lot of people have gone through shit, right? Like most of us have. You have lost yourself and created a new person now, or developed into this stronger, more powerful, badass person now. But who is that person? So, like, re asking yourself, who am I? Like, what makes me me can help you start to really get your power back. Because when you start to realize, like, all of the little quirks and the little fun things and the way you dance around and the way you're cooking dinner and the way you drop something, like, those little things make you who you are. I don't know how we can actually put that into tangible words to be able to have like a description, but let's start working on that because I think that's something that's truly powerful to be able to zone back in and really focus on who we are to then be able to show up in the world as the person that we truly feel is whole inside of us. Because if we could show up as that person, not this external person that everybody and everything thinks that we should be, because that's kind of toxic too. Like getting your power back is also not being that people pleaser. Like it's not being that person that you think everybody wants you to be. Getting your power back is not just being nice just because you think you need to be nice or being taken advantage of. Because I'm sure if you're listening to the show, you're probably a lot like me. Like I'm nice to a fault at certain points, but then it's like you cross me and you're out. Like that's just the way it is with me. But to a fault, I put niceness out there a lot of the times and you can get hurt a lot. But if you know who you are to your core, you know that nobody will take advantage of you. You know that nothing is going to stop you. And you know these characteristics and these traits about yourself. And you know fully in depth the parts of your soul and you love those parts of your soul. Showing up for the world is so much easier and so much more powerful. You have your power back. You're standing there like a superhero because you're able to identify in yourself who you are, what brings out the best in you, what brings out the worst in you. And you start to really learn and accept and move away from the things that may not bring out the best in you. And you move towards the things that do absolutely bring out the best in you. So, all in all, you just stand this powerful, badass person because of the fact you know who you are to your core. You know that question inside and out, which is going to probably be a lifelong journey answering it, but figuring it out is kind of cool along the way because then you're able to accept certain things, not accept other things, and know your values in life. Having your power back is knowing where your value is completely 100% as you walk out the door and the world hits you. You know where your value is, how valuable you are, and nothing ever can then rock you. Your power is something that is unshakable because of the fact that you're even listening to this tells me that you actually have power within you. You think you lost it, but it's truly still burning inside of you because if it wasn't, you wouldn't care to even try to listen to something like this. You wouldn't care to want to start getting self-help. You wouldn't care to want to better your life or want to learn new things or want to meet new people. So already you're 20 steps ahead of everybody else that's not doing it because you're already powerful standing in your own. The fact that you're showing up for yourself today and every day there on out. So the question that I want you to really, like I keep saying, start figuring out that one bizarre random question that so many of us can't answer. Who are you? It's going to be different for everybody, but how cool is that? Everybody's a totally different person. The next thing, and I this is like really important for you to understand and for you to really listen. So just really listen to this. Please stop shrinking yourself to fit in a box that you no longer fit in. I know change and I know life gets hard, change is scary as all hell. I get it. Getting your power back is also realizing you've outgrown a box that you used to think you fit into. That person, the way, I don't know, the way, not even just the way you dressed, the way you talked, the way you conducted your life. If something happened, things change us. They change us as people, they change us as wholes. I think that's the beautiful and tragic part of life is there's so much change because of certain circumstances in your life, but stop trying to fit yourself back into the box that you used to be because you don't belong there anymore. You've outgrown that box so much you couldn't even get your leg in there if you tried. And it's such a great thing. It's a scary ass thing because you can't go back to like the comfort of the routine. Humans are so based on like these routines that, you break them and you feel uncomfortable and it's scary and whatnot. But you're at this point now, like you're at this level that is totally different. You can't fit in that same square box that you're in. You now are in this like mumbo jumbo. You don't know what the shape is. You're trying to figure it out. It's gonna eventually fit into something, but you're in this like realm that you are swimming with the rest of us because we're all just trying to figure out what is next on the path. But it's such an exciting, scary, throw up, whatever the case is, feeling. But just know you don't belong back there anymore. You belong where we're all going, and we're going towards the future. Who knows what it's going to turn into? But just have faith and really understand whatever, I don't care what you believe in. If you just have faith in yourself to say, like, okay, this is scary, this next step, who the hell knows where it's going to be? You have to really be able to just be in yourself. And it goes back to knowing who you are and what you value and what you accept and what you don't accept to understand that past you, it's so far gone. You've learned from it, you've grown from it, you are a better person from it, you are a badass now, and the future is so much brighter. So please, please stop trying so hard to just stay in this fit normal box. You don't belong there. You're out of there. We're out of the normal. We're being weird. We're being crazy. We're showing up authentically. You are being you because if you're not, you are never going to get this chance again to be this age, in this moment, in this lifetime, in this hot, whatever you want to say. We are just badass people out there conquering the world. And you need to really figure out that you are perfect the way you are. Life is happening for you, not to you. How many times can we hear that? But backwards is nowhere for you. That old shape is no longer fitting you. Whatever's coming is meant for you. And I truly, truly believe that. This is a super, super quick episode because we are just getting down and dirty and into it and calling it at how it is. Because I wish years ago somebody would slap me in the face and be like, listen, these are the things that we need to do. We need to get out of our own way. You need to call yourself out. You need to realize you are not that same thing, person, whatever it was back then. You are not that person anymore. And it's a blessing and it's a life changing. It was probably hard as hell to get to where you're at right now. But just know I'm proud of you. You are on the right track. We keep going forward. Part 3 is not going to be next week, but the following week we'll be wrapping up how to get your power back so that you can really get out there and conquer and kick ass in this world because I know you can, just like you know you can, as soon as you start to look in the mirror and check yourself out because you are truly, truly unstoppable. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. I will talk to you soon. The future is now.